Yes, indeed. We're going to see you in August on WWNN and 95.3 FM. And we're spiritually speaking to all of you here live on WBZT and WWNN and 95.3. And everyone, we are counting down? I guess so. I guess I'll have to do Carol Burnett and say I'm so glad we had this time together, but I don't know if you heard. We're going to be moving from 6 to 8 p.m. starting in August. Very first week in August. I hope you're going to join me. It's been so wonderful to spend time and space with you here on WBZT, and I thank you all for following the show. So we're really not going anywhere. We're just not going to be right here. But I do want to talk about change, because sometimes change hits us like a tidal wave. Just imagine, here I am sitting there minding my business going, yay, we're so excited, we just had our 8-year anniversary, yay, go team, we did it, 8 years here on WBZT. What? You're changing the programming? Are you kidding me, guys? What? What am I going to tell my people? They're like, well, we're going to go to some kind of sports thing, and, well, I don't see me fitting in there. Touchdown, that's about all I know, guys. They're like, we know, Sarah. So we're going to have to move you out. I went, what? Move me out? Have you ever been in a series of changes in your life and you feel like someone yanked the rug out from under you? Well, that's what I was feeling like. But I thought, well, we do have WWNN. Well, we did just go to 95.3 FM. Well, no big deal. We'll just change. But there are times in life when changes come upon us and we're not ready to make that adaptation. We can't really adjust and make that bend and that shift, and it becomes a challenge for us. Sometimes it's through a loss of a job or an end of a relationship, or other times it's we have to move for whatever reason. Maybe we can't stay where we live. The landlord says we're raising the rent. Get her out or pay. So what do you do? What do you do when life throws you a curveball? You know, earlier today my son was watching baseball. And I always love to see baseball. And I was watching the pitcher. And I was watching the thought. And I was watching the energy. And I was seeing the flow of the pitch when it left the hand. And you know I can call the pitch before it leaves his hand. You know that, right? Now, if I were whispering in the batter's ear, we'd all be good. But I was watching the pitch. And I thought to myself, well, sometimes things get changed up. There is a pitch, a change-up, right? And sometimes things just, they move their hand a little bit, and next thing you know, the ball goes out. And they're not getting what they expect on the plate. Well, life throws us things we don't always expect. And sometimes we don't know how to interpret what's coming at us. And then in that moment, in that second, when you have to make a decision, much like the batter at the plate, he's got to make a split-second decision whether he's going to swing or not. And he has to really take a look at that pitch as it's coming in and figure the best way to make contact. And then, in a split second, he's got to decide where he wants to hit that ball. Is he going to bunt? Is he going to hit it out to the right field, left field, center field? Where is he going with it? Well, we are often like that guy on home plate, standing there ready for the pitch, waiting for life to throw us something, and then choosing to interpret what it throws us. But life isn't like that all the time. But some of us live our lives that way. We're waiting to see what the universe is going to send our way. We're waiting to see what pitch comes in across the plate. We're waiting to see what's going to happen next. And we forget that we can collaborate. You see, in baseball, the batter is subject to whatever pitch the pitcher sends. And he only has so many pitches. Otherwise, he's either called out, he could get walked, he'll strike out, something's going to happen. But in life, we get a lot of pitches. We get a lot of opportunities to, well, get it right. There's no right or wrong. There's no really getting called out of the game. It's how do you want to play the game? How do you want to go around the bases? And what do the bases represent for you in your life? I know when we were teenagers, there was a story about going around the bases, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what's that first step that's important for you? When you get to first base, what's important? What is it that you want to create? Because once you make contact with that ball, once you make a decision and you hit the ball in a direction, you have another decision to make. And that's to run. And sometimes we make a decision and then we do nothing. And we wait for the universe to go, okay, this is what you do next. And that's where the fear creeps in. And why is it that we don't always do something? Because we're worried. We don't want to make the wrong choice. We don't want to get called out of the game. So what do? You put the ball in play and you begin to move. And as you begin to move, you realize that you're now in charge of the direction you're going. And I know that the coach is going to give you a signal. I know that. And I want you to look at your angels and your guides as your coach. Or perhaps a person who's a great mentor to you. And you say, where do I go here, coach? Do I keep running? And you look for the sign. You look for the clue that says, keep going. And every once in a while, a desire, a goal, a direction we're heading, we literally slide in and by the skin of our teeth, or maybe the touch of the hair or the fingernail, I touched the plate and I made it. And then we're there. And we score. We have an accomplishment. We have something that we wanted in our life. Something we always dreamed of. Something we pulled our way. Something we directed. And what happens is when we have change, sometimes change creates this flux of anxiety and fear, and we wonder, where am I going from here? I wasn't expecting a change. Well, who of us are expecting a change? Sometimes we make changes in our life. Like I remember when I decided I was going to move here to South Florida. First reaction from people, we'll call them my teammates, they were like, what? What are you going there for? But I thought, well, why not? And so I put my foot upon a path, and everything changed, because I changed the direction I was going. I made a choice. And we all make choices. And when we focus our energy on the intention, so all of my intention was focused on coming here, doing something different, stepping out of the box, right? We have to step out of the box sometimes. And in my world, so I thought, wow, I'm only going to be changing where I live. I'm going to still have my job. Everything's going to be fine. Well, it didn't work out that way. But in my mind, I felt safe only changing one aspect. And most of us feel that way. We feel as if we change one aspect of life, we'll feel better. But sometimes we choose to change one thing that really wasn't the issue or the problem or the hiccup in our lack of fulfillment. So, for me, the real hiccup was the work I was doing. The job. I thought if I changed the scenery to sunshine and palm trees as opposed to some of the dreary skies of New Jersey, that I would feel happier. And yes, the sun is wonderful. And it really invigorates me. And I love the energy of South Florida. But I still had to keep doing my work. And what I realized in my job is that it was just a job. At the end of the day, I wasn't feeling fulfilled. It was a means to the end. It was what I needed to do to keep going. And sometimes that's the choice. And sometimes, when we're not happy with work, that's the day that you get fired. In my case, they couldn't fire me because I was producing. In my case, I had an opportunity to move here, and I was okay. Everything was fine. But then I fell. and I couldn't produce the way I was. And you know, in sales, you're only as good as your last sale. So suddenly my name was not being talked about in a favorable manner. But I couldn't get on a plane. I couldn't get out of the bed. So we had to part our ways. But that change was something that came, and I didn't plan for that change. I didn't plan to fall. I didn't plan for that change. I didn't plan to change my entire lifestyle. I didn't plan to be in a city, in a town where I knew no one, in a state where I knew no one. But there I was. Where have you been where you didn't know anyone, or you didn't feel supported, or you didn't feel that you had that connectivity with people, the support you needed? Maybe you didn't have family to say you can do it. Wherever you were, whatever the choice you made, whatever the change that was come upon you, whatever that is, change gives us an opportunity to grow, to expand. Think about it. If I never left WBZT, well, we'd all be fine, I know. And we'd all feel the same way from 7 to 9 p.m. But now we have opportunities to step out into the public a little more, to do things like go to juniors, and to share time and space with all of you in the physical. And I don't have to just be here in the room. I can go out more. And we can expand together our gifts, our experiences, and we can share the love. And I can share the experience with some of the other role models that have been instrumental in the expansion of the Expedito Enlightenment Center, my center. You see, not everything that happens that's unexpected has to be unpleasant. But yes, I know, when it comes by surprise, we're not happy. But something good comes out of everything if you allow it to. If you just get out of the fear, if you get out of the doubt, if you get out of the worry, if you just say, well, how is it going to work? I'm not sure. When is it going to work? What if it doesn't work? Holy crow! Then what do I do? Well, we've all been there, right? And when I look at the center, I didn't look at the center and say, wow, I don't know anybody in South Florida. I better not open a place. I didn't say that. I don't know why. And I say, thank God I didn't say that, because I would have never opened the center. How many things have you done in your life that you just did it, that you just felt like, wow, I'm going to do it? Just get in the car and go somewhere and visit someone. Or just go and make a choice and change a job, or say, I'm going back to school. And not really stop to think if it all makes a lot of sense. Some of our best choices, our best decisions, our best soul-directed experiences, they don't make any sense at all. It really didn't make sense why I packed up and came here to South Florida. There was no real reason, no rationale behind it. It just seemed like a good idea. And some of my friends will tell you, some of my good ideas are like, oh, hold on to your hat. She's got another good idea. Everyone hit the deck. But those good ideas, magical things happen. Because they come up within. And they prompt me. And I don't stop to worry about the fear. Believe me, it sets in a little later. But I've already put my foot on the path. So what am I going to do? Turn around and go back? Chances are no. I'm going to follow the yellow brick road. And I'm going to go to the land of Oz. And I'm going to see what I can see. And I'm going to expand by meeting new people. I'm going to expand by advancing my intelligence and opening my heart more. I'm going to learn how courageous I can be. This is what you can do. There's no change that comes upon you that is really as daunting as it appears. And even the changes that are wonderful, there's always that hesitation that, can I do it? You can do it. And you brought the change upon yourself. You called it forth to you. You said, this is the change I'm looking for. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but this is the change. It's the law of attraction. It's the laws of manifestation. And you bring it to you. And then we act surprised. Like, wow, how did this happen? You were talking about it for years. Maybe you didn't use the same words. Maybe it was a dream, like when you're a little girl. I have a beautiful little girl who came to visit me today at the studio. And she's a dancer. So her little girl dream can be her lifetime journey. She could be a famous dancer. And I got to share with her how another girl who just graduated college always had a dream to be a dancer. And now she's going to live her dream and tour with a famous salsa dancer and dance. Yes, she has her degree. Yes, she's got that old standby job that we need. Go to college, get a job. But she's going to live the expression of herself, the expression of her uniqueness. Just like this little girl who's come to see me here today. You see, we're all connected. We all have dreams. And each one of us has an opportunity to inspire the other to live their dream. So if someone comes to you with an idea, don't shoot them. Don't sit there and say, wow, that's not going to work. Let them. Let them envision. Perhaps their soul, perhaps their idea is being driven by something other than the intellectual, logical mind that we have. Perhaps there's something more going on, and it's not here in the mind, but it's here in the heart of you, the soul of you. What if they're being driven by the voice of God? And then they step into a room full of naysayers. Oh my God. And the naysayers are going, what are you going to do? How are you going to do that? How are you going to afford that? How is that going to work? I don't know. What's going to happen? Oh my God. And now the person who had no doubt and no fear, they hesitate. Think of the runner who hits the ball. If he wonders for even a fraction of a second, am I going to make it to first base? He's never going to make it home. Because he'll get called out by the time he gets to first base. You're out. Hesitation is doubt, fear, worry. Sometimes we do have to take a look at the big picture and reposition what we've created. And we all know that. There is some logical interaction that has to happen. There's some planning. There's some ideas that have to be put together. Well, that's part of the intellectual experience and the reason why we all have that cognitive ability. We all do. But the birthing of the idea comes from the soul. It comes from the breath of life and the creativity of the individual that allows them to express themselves. And each person is unique. So what changes have you endured? Has there been a change that has ruffled you or created a disconnect? Is there a change that perhaps your feeling has pushed you to the side and you don't know where you go from here? Are you at that proverbial fork in the road? I've been there. We've all been there. And what happens when you're in the fork of the road? You get to make a choice. And some of us, and we've all been guilty of this, stand right in the fork going, which way do I go? I don't know, but we got to think about it. And we think and we think and we ponder and we wonder. And what we don't realize is that because we haven't put our foot upon the path of change and chosen a direction, that whatever was going down on those two paths, we're missing that. And then we have to play catch up. And then there are changes that are at the effect of another. When someone makes a decision and it impacts your life, and it brings about a change. And it's not a change perhaps that you wanted. It's not a change that you were directing. Well, that's a change that's important as well. Because it gives you a new opportunity. It gives you a new chance to expand. It gives you a way of being. And it allows you to look inside of yourself and have courage. And we've had callers call in from all across the United States, and we've had Facebook people from outside of the country, and they've shared with me experiences in relationships or a loved one who's crossed over, and we weren't ready for that change. How can we ever be ready for those changes? But we have a way of learning to grow with those changes, whether we want to or not. It's a chance. And it gives us a chance to look at things differently. It gives us a chance to open new horizons for ourselves. And sometimes we realize that we weren't really where we wanted to be after all. Everything is an opportunity for growth, whatever the change. And some of them are uncomfortable. And there's no fairy dust in the world that anyone can sprinkle on them to make it less uncomfortable. But if you can ride the road of uncomfortability, you might get there. You might get to the destination with not too many bruises or scars or scrapes. You can get there. Even if it's just by the fingertip touching home plate, you can get there. You can get there and be one with the desire and score. Score in the next level of the dream of your life, whatever it is. There's no opportunity that is impossible. There's no business idea that can't be done. Sometimes we need to step back and let ideas come to us. Sometimes pushing our way through and making something happen in the way that we want, in the timeline that we want, isn't the right flow. But that doesn't mean we give up on the idea. That doesn't mean we throw our hands up and say, that's it, I'm done, it's not working. No. We realize that there's a series of happenings, and that if we allow some to flow through, and we don't try to control every aspect, well then, everything can come together. Change is an opportunity for growth. Change is an opportunity for you to realize who you are. And change can happen the minute you say, I choose to change. So if you're sitting there listening tonight, and you're saying, I'm stuck, I'm stagnant, I've been doing the same thing for the same amount of years, and I want to change, then we go to commercial break. Look up. Say to the universe, I choose to change. Universe, I choose to change. I want to change this scenario, this happening, and I've made this choice to change. And say goodbye to the past. Say goodbye to the past experiences. So long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen. It's a time for change, and change allows you to grow. So we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And I want you to hear this goodbye song we wrote you. And then we're going to come right back and take your calls.
Seems the show has come to an end, I know. I can't find the words to say enough of how much you all mean to me. It's been a journey that I'll always remember, and I thank you. I thank you for being there with me all these years. I know we made it through the laughter and the tears. I thank you for every moment we spent together. I thank you. So when you remember me, I hope you know you really touched my heart every time I spoke to you. And I just want you to understand I'm always with you, whether I'm here or moving on. And thank you for all the years we had. I thank you for every call you made to me. We had our victories, our falls, but we kept going on together. I thank you for being here with me on WBZT.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Want to connect to the light within you? Talk to Sarah now and begin your spiritual empowerment. Call Sarah at 561-844-6167 locally or toll free at 1-800-889-0267 nationwide. You can email your questions to Sarah to radio@sarahspiritual.com.
It's time to pick up all our things and go. Seems the show has come to an end, I know. I can't find the words to say enough of how much you all mean to
Can't
me.
find the words to say enough of how much I appreciate all of you following us all these years. And my goodness, what show number is it? I think we're on 395. So that means we're going to end our tour at show live 396 for all these years. I'm so excited. Like they couldn't let me get to 400, right? Come on, guys, give me a few more. But anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. And we're going to go right to the phone lines, and we're going to go to our Facebook people, too. And so get those questions queued up. Let's go. 1-800-889-0267. You know what change means? I'm going to have to learn a whole new phone number. Oh, my goodness. I could see me giving out the old number. But we'll worry about that in 2 weeks, right? 1-800-889-0267. That's the number to get you in on the phone lines. And guess what, everyone? We're going to take as many calls as possible, as many Facebook questions as possible. So I'm going to ask you, give me one burning question. I'm going to bring it to Spirit. We're going to dial up, bring down the answer, present it on a plate, and we're going to be moving on. Since we're moving on to NN, let's move on the show. Let's go. 1-800-889-0267. And I'm going to Kim. And Kim, she's in Plant City. Kim, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great.
Good, Kim. And how did you hear about the show?
I've actually called in a few years back.
Oh, great, Kim. Well, welcome back. And did you hear the news? We're going to NN 6 to 8. Don't forget.
Okay.
All right. So, because if you call here, they're probably going to hang up and go, she's not here anymore. So, we'll be at WWNN. So, Kim, what is your question for me tonight?
Well, something's been going on in my home, and my daughter has been acting differently. She's 9.
And is she not sleeping right? I'm seeing her tossing and turning, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
And she sees things I
Yes.
can't see, and it's scaring her to the point where she won't leave the room and get a drink of water or any of those other things.
And it's really more in the hallway, yes?
Everywhere, mostly.
Okay, but I've got a hallway here. Do I have permission to come to your house right now? Spiritually, can I take a look?
Sure.
Okay. I have 2 rooms towards the end of a hall. Is one of her rooms that room there, please?
Nobody really occupies them, but they are bedrooms.
Okay, because I've got 2 rooms. This is where I see the energy stems from. You're going to want to shift some of the energy there. It is not, she's not seeing a loved one from the other side. She's seeing energy that seems to have become trapped in a vortex in that energy. Have you been living in this house for a while now, yes?
2009.
Okay. But the past 4 months have been very, very bumpy. Is that correct? In
Yes.
the house?
Yes.
And we're feeling anxiety, edgy. I feel anxiousness, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So if I walk into this house and I go to the left in the open area here, what room is that? Is that your living room?
Living room, kitchen.
Okay.
dining
Because I've
room,
got the open area. It's all like open space. Yes, this is what I'm seeing here. So I've got this energy here, but I feel like it's focused up towards the bedrooms. And she's seeing something that's tall. Yes, did you describe something tall? Because I'm seeing a tall figure.
Different things, honestly. She's telling me different things.
Okay. First of all, she's very spiritually connected. She's very psychic. And you need to clear out your house, spiritually clear out your house. And it's not a big deal. Don't let this be scary. I make a lot of products that assist in this. You can use reversing spray, Archangel Michael spray. My children use guardian angel spray. We mist the pillows. We mist the room. And there's some things that we can use in the way of resin on some charcoal and smoke out the house and clear out the energy. And then things are going to be restored energetically. But I feel as if there was a shift or a change in the personal life, in something in the personal experience for you that started coming in the end of October, November of last year. So whatever the shift and change was, that shift created a portal for energy to come in. And I feel like someone was at the house, came to the house, the physical person, I'm not talking a spirit now, and intentions weren't good. So I'm feeling like a bad vibration came through the house. Now, we're not going to go through exactly what that is for now, because we can change that. We can shift that energy. But your daughter doesn't have to be afraid. In the meantime, what I would suggest that you do is I would suggest you to put a little bit of kosher salt in the corners of the house to bless the house and shift the energy. And then if you contact my center, I'll put together a couple little simple things, nothing expensive, to shift the energy and clear it out. I have a lot of children who go through this. Children are very gifted. They're very in tune with the spirit world, Kim. Mm-hmm. What is your daughter's first name?
Michelle.
Okay, with 2 L's?
Yes.
Okay. And Michelle's birthday?
11/15/07.
Okay. Very gifted girl. Very creative girl, too.
She loves art.
Yes, very creative. Very creative. I see fairies and muses around her, and those would be the guides and the angels that would play with her and have fun with her. But right now I feel like she's picking up the bad vibration that's passing through, and it's just energy, Kim. Tell her it's nothing to be afraid of. I know she's afraid, you know, and as a little kid I think I would have been afraid too if I saw what I see now. But shift the energy with her, and I would also suggest that you read the 23rd Psalm 9 times in a row for 9 days, and you can read it out loud with her. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That's the psalm I want you to read. If you don't have a Bible or a book of Psalms, you can find it on the internet. That's the wonderful thing about the internet.
Yes,
and
we have one.
You'll be able to shift that energy. All right?
So 10 times a night for 9 days.
9 times in a row for 9 days. All right?
So, yeah, okay, once a day for 9 days?
9 times in a row.
Okay.
So I'm going to read it 9 times, and then I'm going to close the book, and then the next day I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to do that for 9 days. And if you could call my center, the Expedito Center, and if you want, I'll give you the phone number. It's 561-682-0955, and just say you spoke with me on air, and they'll take your information, and then I will have them contact you with a couple of things that I think will help.
Did you see a little girl?
I actually saw a very tall figure. I didn't see a little girl when I was
The tall figure was my son. My son saw a big giant. He's not currently in the home this summer. He's out. But before that, he said he saw a big giant thing in his bedroom.
Yes.
And my daughter's seeing a little girl.
Okay. Okay. Definitely a portal of energy coming through. The big thing doesn't seem as friendly as the little girl. Okay? So something's passing through the house, and it's very easy to cross them out. All right?
And I've got plenty of kosher salt.
Well, good. So start sprinkling it around.
I was using olive oil before.
Well, we can bless with olive oil as well, and you can also put some holy water in the house in the meantime. But we need something that makes it say, hey, I don't want to stay here anymore, and sage isn't strong enough.
And you were right about the October-November thing, but that was almost 2 years ago, though.
Okay.
It's when I finally became a believer.
Okay.
Before that I was, but I wasn't living right.
Well, you know what? Sometimes
and that's when the change came. So when you send that mantra, said, that's it. That's it.
Yes, that's it. You know, it's interesting. When we change our beliefs, sometimes our old beliefs try to pull us back, and it creates a rift. So you're breaking through, and
I just assumed my husband was that person who's causing that rift.
Well, you know what? Let's just clear up the energy. We don't need to point fingers. We just need to let things be clear, yes?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for remembering the show, Kim, and be sure to check my website, sarahspiritual.com, for all the information of my new show that'll be on WWNN from 6 to 8 p.m. every Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
1-800-889-0267. I've got to go right back to the phone lines and Facebook. Keep those questions coming because we'll get to you. And I've got Lisa, and Lisa, she's in Pompano. Lisa, how are you?
Thank you.
Lisa?
Hello.
Lisa, how are you?
Good.
Good, Lisa. I can barely hear you, Lisa, and we're going to ask you for your question, honey.
Now can you do it? Can you hear it? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering, what spirit speaks from my daughter, Paula.
Lisa, where are you, Lisa?
I'm in
Are
a
you
car.
on your car with the radio on?
Yeah.
Shut the radio off. There you go. Okay, great. Thank you. I was hearing myself in stereo. I was like, eek. All right. So, Lisa, you had a question for your daughter. What's her name? Paula, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her birthday is 3/31/86.
Okay. What is the specific question for her, please?
No, she has a baby. She kind of still feels weird, strange. And I was wondering how she was doing.
And did she have a C-section?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm seeing it's a slow recovery from the C-section is how they make me feel. I'm feeling that she's feeling sluggish, yes?
Yeah.
And I feel like she's not healing as quickly as she thought she would, yes?
That's right.
Yes, because how long has it been? 3 months?
A little over 2 months.
Little over 2 months. Okay. Because it feels like it's a little bit longer than it would normally be. I feel like she's very tender. She's having difficulty even moving around. Is that correct?
That's right.
And did they check? I feel as if something's off. Did she have some pre-diabetic issue when she was pregnant, please?
No.
Okay. Check her blood sugar and such. I feel like the body isn't healing right. Have them check her blood. I'm feeling like she's not healing as quickly or smoothly as she should. That tells me she's missing something in the body, but something seems out of balance in the body. So have them just, when she goes back to the doctor, have them do a blood test. But I don't see anything serious, and she's just a little slow in the healing. I'm going to take her out to the end of September. I feel her feeling better. I feel her feeling a little stronger and more secure in the experience as a mother. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So thank you so much, Lisa, for your question, and I'm going to send much love and healing and Archangel Raphael to work with your daughter here, all right?
But she's not really diabetic, or you think she may be?
I'm not a doctor. I'm just suggesting that she has that blood checked. I just feel like the healing process is slow, and there has to be a reason for that.
She basically might have left something in her.
Well, then that's all the more reason for her to go to the doctor. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. But I don't see that. I'm not seeing like a scalpel left or something. I don't really see that. I don't see a clamp. I'm not seeing that. I don't even see a cotton ball. So I just feel like she's feeling the tightness, the pulling, and the pressure from the body healing, and it's not healing properly. All right, Lisa?
You're all right.
Thank you so much for your question, Lisa, and thank you for following the show, and be sure to follow us on to WWNN as we move into that in August. Thank you so much, Lisa. Much love.
Where are you going? To another different radio station?
Yes, another station, WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM. And that's going to be in August.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I still will. Okay.
Visit sarahspiritual.com. We'll have it all up shortly. Thank you. Bye. 1-800-889-0267. I've got to go to Facebook. We got questions coming up. Elizabeth, let's see. Sarah's wondering, we're wondering if we have any messages for you. Okay, Elizabeth, let me take a look at this here. First of all, Elizabeth, one of the things that I see around you is I see a lot of color around you, a lot of brightness around you. It's like you're getting ready to make some changes. I'm seeing a shift for you. They're making me aware of choices on a plate. It's like you're making choices right now. There's choices for you to come. It's almost like, do I want mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes? There's some choices that are going to be coming for you having to do with your financial picture. It's branching out, but it's a different venue for you. It's like I want to put you into something creative, something wonderful that you're supposed to put together. And that's their message for you. Explore your creativity. Explore the new ideas that are coming to you. And perhaps even opening up a business, something creative for yourself, Elizabeth. So, Elizabeth, thank you for your Facebook question. Keep the questions coming. If you have any additional questions regarding Spirit's answer for you, be sure to shoot them to me at Facebook, and I'll be sure to answer all the questions on Facebook, as I always do, as soon as I can get to them. Thank you so much. 1-800-889-0267. I've got another Facebook question to answer. And let's see who we have popping up here for me. Steve. Okay, it's storming outside, but he's listening and watching as per usual. Thank you, Steve, for being my fan. Do I see any work coming for you? I feel as if there's two opportunities that are supposed to come to you. I say supposed to because I feel as if there's one that you have to push a little bit more to have that come your way. And what I want to tell you, Steve, is that when I look at this opportunity, I see that it's going to be a part-time opportunity that can turn to a full-time opportunity. And I feel like you've got a lot of balls in the air. You're juggling a few things, but there is new work coming for you. September, they open up September, and they tell me September brings change for you. And I feel you feeling more settled, kind of like you feel like you've arrived, like you've managed to get things in order. So thank you so much, Steve, for your question here on Facebook. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And we are going to go right back to the phone lines, 1-800-889-0267. And I've got Shaddai, and she's in Atlanta. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Good.
I'm doing great. And how can Spirit and I assist you? You have a relationship question for me?
Not particularly.
Okay.
I have an overall general kind of like everything is aligning. I feel really really good and well.
All right. So what's your question?
So really just I feel like the Spirit has something to tell me, and I want to travel, and I want to really just become international.
Tour. You want to go on a tour?
Yeah, I do. I want to see the world, and I want to meet people from around the world.
And there's a lot of music around you. Do you love music or play music or sing music? Yes?
Well, I'm more in the media. I like advertising and impressions
And do you
marketing.
interact with a lot of musicians or artists in your job?
Not a whole lot.
All right.
Artists in the sense of art, like graphic artists, I do.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you that I see you with musicians and artists and creative people. And I see that's a connection that's coming for you. I feel that that's going to be where your work is going to take you, is going to branch you out. So you want to tour the world, but what is the question? What is the question?
How do I do it? And yeah, how do I do it? I mean, the relationships, I believe will happen when it happens.
There is relationship coming. That's why I asked you if you had a relationship question, because there's relationship coming. I see you with someone. I see you meeting someone. But let's talk about how do you create this dream of touring the world.
Yeah.
Make the decision. This is what I want to do. I don't know how, but somehow the universe is going to align to bring it to me. And when looking for a job, look for a job that is international, that has multiple companies and multiple locations and different aspects of work, that you can broaden your horizons and expand. And if you set that intention and you set it with the power that is within you, you're a very creative spiritual being, then I see that that has that strong potential coming into the 2019 year. We embark upon that flow of footloose and fancy-free like a gypsy. And that's how you like to be. You like to be footloose, fancy-free, and you don't like to be trapped and held down, yes?
Correct. But
Yes.
I also enjoy luxuriousness and, working and having a purpose and definitely, nice things. I want
Yes.
to travel, but I don't want to backpack necessarily unless I can go.
Then that's how you envision it. That's how you envision it. And some of the best traveling I did on my company's dime. It was wonderful. It was great.
Right. Good
So it's great. I mean, some of the hotel rooms I went in, I was like, oh my God, this is so nice. I was like jumping on the bed. It was so exciting. So it was an experience. And so embrace the experience and see yourself in a position that allows you the flexibility, the financial freedom. This is part of the envisioning process. And see yourself in beautiful hotels in Hong Kong and Thailand and in Rome and Paris. See yourself in South America. See yourself wherever you desire to be, and it will happen.
Absolutely.
All right?
Yes.
You are on track. Thank you so much for your question. And how did you hear about the show?
My dear mom, Sherry, my mom,
All
is
right.
waiting to talk to you, girl.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much, honey. God bless you, and my best to your
Thank you.
mom. All right,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye-bye.
1-800-889-0267. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors and, go to that thing, the news. And then we're going to come right back and right back to the phone line. Stay with us. Don't go away.
Did you hear the news? I'm moving on. It's time for me to leave WBCT.
tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after Fox News. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-800-889-0267 nationwide.
Now on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. And we've changed the time. From 6 to 8 p.m. every Wednesday, Spiritually Speaking with Sarah can be heard live on radio, live on Facebook Live on my Sarah Spiritual page, live on Periscope, and you can follow us on the app on iHeartRadio. So join me at my new gig on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah at our new time, 6 to 8 p.m. See you every Wednesday night.
Hey you, did you hear the news? I'm moving on. It's time for me to leave WBCT. Hey you, did you hear the news? I'm moving on. Got a new gig on Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM from 6 to 8 p.m. Are you coming with me? Hey you, I'm taking your calls on WNN. Hope you'll be joining me and we'll keep going on at WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM from 6 to 8 p.m. You can call me right there and write this number down now. 1-888-565-1470. You can get me every Wednesday on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM. Come along with me to WWNN. I hope you join me, 'cause we're moving up. I hope you will come for the ride. Dreams are coming true for you. Together we will do it on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM. I'll see you there in August on WWNN. Hey you, did you hear the news? I'm moving on. It's time for me to leave WBCT.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual. I've got some exciting news. Did you hear? After 8 years on WBZT, iHeartRadio, and my show, Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, from 7 to 9 p.m., we're moving. And we're going to be heard live now on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. And we've changed the time. From 6 to 8 p.m. every Wednesday, Spiritually Speaking with Sarah can be heard live on radio, live on Facebook Live on my Sarah Spiritual page, live on Periscope, and you can follow us on the app on iHeartRadio. So join me at my new gig on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah at our new time, 6 to 8 p.m. See you every Wednesday night.
Hey you, did you hear the news? I'm moving on. It's time for me to leave WBCT. Hey you, did you hear the news?
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Another interactive hour of uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect with the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share the love and light.
Hey you, did you hear the news? I'm moving on. It's time for me to leave WBCT. Hey you, did you hear the news? I'm moving on. Got a new gig on Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM from 6 to 8 p.m. Are you coming with me? Hey you, I'm taking your calls on WNN. Hope you'll be joining me and we'll keep going on at WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM from 6 to 8 p.m. You can call me right there, right.
Yes, indeed. We are moving to WWNN. So I hope, Lisa, write that down. Next month, first week in August, WWNN 1470 AM. They're going to have me all to themselves. See you later, BZT. We're moving on up. So, batter up. They're going to do sports programming. I wouldn't do very well. I wouldn't know how to call the shots. But that's okay, because I know how to connect to Spirit, and we're showing all of you how to connect with Spirit, because I have my mediumship program that is going to help people make that spiritual connection. So I do hope that you join me at the Expedito Enlightenment Center in August, and check my website, Sarah Spiritual. Meantime, I know my media guy Tony's going, holy crow, I don't think I have the landing page up yet. That's okay, Tony. Get working on it. And check Sarah Spiritual tomorrow, because I'll have Tony up till midnight getting that page up so that you can register for my spiritual connection, my direct connect to spirit class, and I'd love to share that experience with you and tell you how you can make those connections with your guides, your angels, and even some loved ones on the other side if that's what you desire. So I've got to go right back to the phone lines. Facebook, keep the questions coming, because you know if I don't get to you here, we're going to get to you. And let's see, I have Warren. Warren is in Boca. Warren, how are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good, Warren. And I welcome you to the show. This is your first time?
Yes, my first time.
All right, Warren. And what is your question for me? I see your birthday's coming up, so happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes. And so how can Spirit and I assist you tonight? What's your question for us, Warren?
Very interesting show tonight. Just, I know that about change, but dealing with everything's changing at one time.
Yes, yes.
So it's just a matter of going with the flow per change.
Going with the flow, but what road you're going to take next, right? Because a lot of things are changing, but do we leave the job? Do we change the job? Do we move? Do we step into permanency in relationship? Do we follow our dream? You've got a lot going on. Yes, you are getting hit with all aspects of life all at once. Yes, career, move, relationships, and then, you know what I keep hearing? I got the music in me. I got the music in me. You got music in you, yes?
Yes, I do.
I got rhythm. I got music. You've got music, right? And you've got a lot of rhythm. And I hear there's a spirit guide in the background, and the spirit guide's like this. And there's like drums, and there's beating, and it's like it's the rhythm of movement that I hear, and I hear that you need to move. You need to move forward. You need to expand. You need to change, and you're feeling stagnant. And even though I see energy with you, that you are connected to the spirit world, and I feel that you help people. Yes, you do things to help people, yes?
Yes.
All right. And I feel energy of spiritual awareness. I'm feeling psychic connection. And I'm also feeling a lot of healing energy that comes from you as well, yes? And that the past 7 months has been tremendous for you in your spiritual growth, yes?
Correct.
Yes. And I also see that love scares you.
And what scares me?
Love scares you. You're scared.
Yes.
Yes.
Been hurt. Been hurt plenty times. So.
Okay. But you know what? Love hurts when you love the wrong people.
Yeah.
There's a song,
I love
Love
the right
Hurts, you know,
people.
right? You have to love
Yeah.
the people who, well, are going to be there for you. The people are going to love you for who you are.
Right.
And
Simplicity.
simple, yes. And unconditionally. So for you, Warren, you have had people who've always tried to put you in a box, and the ones that you feel haven't put you in a box, because they weren't as dramatic, you put them in the
Right.
friend zone. That's my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
you kind of like the roller coaster in relationships, yes?
Right. Like the roller coaster?
Well, you attract it. So you might not be liking it when you're going up and down, but there's something about you that is attracted to that roller coaster. You never know where you stand, so you're off balance, and that makes you uncomfortable, but it excites you at the same time. It's an invigorating process, but it's a disappointing one in the end. So something
Right.
about your experiences in your life, enjoy being off balance. That's all I can tell you. So it's
Right.
to look
Like what?
at who's going to...
Like I'm conformed to it when I really shouldn't be.
Right, right. So for you now, it's just pick the area that's most important to you and focus your attention on this and follow your heart. And if your heart says that I need a change, and I need a change in career or aspect of work, because I feel like the place that you are, which is more than one place, yes? 2 places?
Right. More than one.
Okay,
Multiple.
more than one, multiple places, because I feel you juggling. But there's one place I feel boxed in and tight, and you don't agree with the flow. But you're holding on because there's money that comes from there, yes?
Correct.
Let it go.
Steady. Yeah, the steadiness makes me feel comfortable.
The steadiness. But what could Warren do that Warren would love to do, that if he placed himself to do that, would bring him joy, and can he trust that abundance will come? You see, you're looking at your steady gig of money the same way you look at relationships. When you're in it, you don't want to let go, because you don't
Right.
know what's going to happen next if you do.
Exactly.
So let it go.
But
Let it go.
it feels sure instead of uncertainty.
Right. Sure that
More
there's
comfortable.
something for you.
Right.
Because I see that you can do what I do. You do believe that, right?
Yes, actually, those doors are opening slowly, but it's opening. I just have to believe it, you know.
Practice
people
it.
ask me for coaching and healing.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a
Trust it.
massage therapist, but I also feel things. People,
Right.
as far as I can see what's going on in their body and mind.
So allow the universe to put things in order for you. And you may say, I need to let go of this one gig, but not let go immediately. And I understand that there's certain things one has to do in a series of, you give notice, you wait for the right time. I understand that. But once you decide, I'm going to let go, things begin to move. And that's when the universe has got you.
Right.
Even if we haven't articulated it to the people, the individuals necessary, it's okay. Let it go. Just step out knowing that someone will be there to catch you. Not to rescue you, to just catch you. and lift you up to what's next for you. And I see powerful, powerful changes in the month of October. And then I see powerful, powerful changes in the month of the January, which is the 2018 year. So there's a big window of change and shift coming. And that this year, the powerful year of your birthday, which actually is an important birthday for you, opens up a wonderful second half of the life. Fulfilled living. It's like you've been a student all these years, and now you get to live what you've studied and eventually be the teacher. Eventually. It's all there before you.
To live life my true self.
Well, you've always been your true self. It's just that you haven't put that first. Now you're going to learn to put it first. To let your truth emerge and let the truth be spoken, lived, and experienced.
Let go of fear.
Let go of fear, and that throat chakra, clear it. And don't be afraid to tell the people who love you the most that you love them too. You see, if you tell them that you love them, you don't have to worry that they want to put you in a box and carry you off. The people who really love you are going to love you for who you are, as you are, and not try to make you be someone other than who you are. And I do believe there are those around you who feel love for you, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel that.
Jump off the cliff, Warren. It's okay. You'll be fine.
Yes. Don't be so reserved.
You know what? You never know unless you try. What's the worst that happens?
Yeah.
It was just another experience. But it could be the missed opportunity of a lifetime if you don't try. All right, Warren. I hope I've been of service to you.
Yes, absolutely. Tried before, and that doesn't stop me from continuing to try with different people. I just have to believe that.
Well, you have to love yourself first.
Greatness is there.
Greatness is within you, and the greatness is emulated out, attracting that which is the greatness to match you emotionally, intellectually, vibrationally, on a love venue as well. It's all there for you. You just have to be your authentic self and trust that you'll attract just the perfect mate for you. All right? Thank you so much for calling, Warren. All right. God bless you. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye. 1-800-889-0267, going right back to the phone lines. And Jiminy Crickets, let's take Dawn in Deerfield. Dawn, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great, Dawn. And how can Spirit and I help you tonight?
Just a few questions. First, as you had said, I did meet someone.
When did I say that? When did I say that? Wait, remind me. When did that happen?
I had a session with you.
Okay, great. Well, okay. So what did I tell you? Quick, tell me the scoop.
You told me that I was going to meet someone in June or July, which I met someone at actually the end of May. So.
All right, it counts. Close enough. All right.
So I was wondering if possibly he's the one. His birthday was 1874.
Ah, deep kind of guy. He can be a little standoffish, yes? A little reserved, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And sometimes I want to call him private. He's a little private, right? Now, you're wrestling with, is it secretive or private? Let him, he likes to say what he wants to say when he wants to say it.
Absolutely.
He doesn't like to be questioned. He likes to just come out with it when he's ready.
Right.
And I see him as intense, passionate, dedicated, loyal. I feel a little, I don't want to say non-committal, but I feel as if he's slow to warm up to commitment.
Yes.
He's intense, but he's been down that road and he doesn't want to, much like I was talking to Warren before, he doesn't want to feel like he gets put in a box.
Right.
You know, I really think I have to run around and take the boxes away from all the girls. Why do they have to put the boys in a box? Let the boys be out of the box. The right boys will stay. And the other boys are going to hop out and go. Whatever. Send me a postcard. All right. So I feel that he's got a lot of warmth and a lot of connection with you. I feel a strong connection. As far as the one, we have to let this unfold, but I will tell you this. October, November, we will know more. Because he does like to be the alpha puppy, and you need to let him be the boy, and let him be the alpha puppy. And you're a strong personality as well, so you're going to have to develop your rhythm. If we strive to get the rhythm between us in our personalities, the love can grow and be there.
Right.
It's going to take a little time to know. We're in that, well, honeymoon phase. But I like him as an individual, and I feel he's a good match for you. But I feel that he's still working through some of the things that will prevent him from moving into a full-time relationship as quickly as maybe you would like. And if you
Right.
allow him that space, he just might
Right.
surprise you. Okay?
Right. Right.
What I say makes sense to you, yes? This is
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
you've... Okay,
Completely.
perfect. Great.
And then I was worried, concerned about my finances.
First of all, thank you so much for changing your words. I'm worried. Concerned, yes. Concerned is better, all right? I have a whole stack of concerns sometimes.
Yes.
And then I chip away at them. So when we're worried, we are coming from a place of fear. Concern means I have to look at it differently, and I need to make some evaluations. And, Dawn, do you do some kind of sales?
Yes.
Okay, because I've got inconsistency in the flow of money, like we move forward and we get somewhere and then something almost pulls us back, yes?
Yes.
And do you knock on doors?
No.
Okay, because I'm feeling
I
like,
had at one point.
okay, but I feel like we have to chase something in the sale cycle, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so we're not going door to door, but we're on the phone, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Quiet time right now for you, for the organization, for the company, true?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel that the product, the service is good, but I don't feel like you've got all the support you need to accomplish what you need to accomplish, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. So I want to say they don't have their act together. But you're ingenious enough, intuitive enough to make a lot of shifts and changes in how you approach things so that you can still close a sale and create a different pipeline so that they're able to deliver what you're promising. All right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take some creativity. They promised you a rose garden. I think you got daisies, but you can still make it work for you. Okay?
Right.
All right.
And I think this is a little bit that's hindering Isaac. Him and I.
Yes. So brainstorm. Brainstorm, not like you're telling them what to do. Just by like, what would happen, guys, if we did it this way? Or I was talking to this client, and I really feel I can hook them in and make a real big sale. But I'd like to be able to say this or give them this, whatever it is, whatever the additional information is that we need to give them.
Mm-hmm.
And say, how can we put that together? And then say, look, I put together a mock-up. What if we did something like this? And I know it's more work for you, but at the end of the day, sometimes the salesperson is the person, because they're dealing with the consumer, the client, we know what they want. And sometimes we have to tell the company how our clients, our consumers are feeling so that we know what they need and convince the company what they have to put forth in the marketplace so that we can close the sale.
Okay.
So think outside your box. Next month is better. Next month is better.
And that's soon, so that's good.
Yes, yes. So take deep breaths and say that abundance flows to me with ease and grace. And you know, some of the Sarah Spiritual Abundance products work wonders. You know, great, great. You know, I used to spray my phone when I was in a corporate job, and just put my money oil on and slick down the phone when nobody was looking. And then I was like, hi, it's me. How are you? So whatever you can do to shift the energy will make a difference. All right, my dear, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for the feedback on the reading. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye. God bless you. 1-800-889-0267. And I want to go to Wendy, and she's in West Palm. Wendy, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great, Wendy.
I'm so excited about your radio change. That means good things are happening.
Yes, good things are happening. Always
Very
happening.
neat. Well, I always come to you for my career advice, and I'm trying to see if you see something for me in the future.
Yes, and there's been recent advancement in the past year, yes?
Yes.
Okay. But I feel like we're at a plateau, yes?
Yes.
And that we're looking to see, where do I go? And then there's the question, do I want to go?
Yes.
Do I make the jump is the question. And is it a safe jump, or does it put me in the spotlight where maybe it could get uncomfortable, because I've been feeling comfortable.
Right.
And is it worth the change? Is this true?
Yes.
And then they tell me, and then who the heck am I going to piss off?
Right.
I'm serious. Because it seems a little cutthroat where you are, right?
Yes. Not right now. It has been.
It has been, yes. But there is a test or an aspect of business that we can take to promote ourselves, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And this is coming up in the fall time? Yes, soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are in the know. I'm going to keep my peeps, I'll tell you. So, Wendy, what I see here is that take the test.
Okay.
Take the test because, first of all, Wendy needs to know how good Wendy is.
Right.
And then you can always say, nah, I just wanted to see if I could do it. Because things have to open up when we take the test anyhow, yes?
Right.
And then it depends where we are in the pecking order of the whole test-taking experience, yes?
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
So why not throw your hat in the ring? Give it a go. Because you can do it.
Right.
You can do it. And Spirit's like, wow, look how far you've come. And against all the odds, you moved up. And you made it happen. And this is just, they go, another feather in the cap. And it's for you to take the test, yes?
Okay.
All right? So the career will advance, and the relationship will be good with it as well.
The relationship with the job or the relationship?
The personal relationships.
Relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll be good with it. We can do it.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Got
All right, my dear. Thank you so much for calling, and God bless you.
Love you bunches.
Love you bunches. Thank you. Love to see you. Bye. 1-800-889-0267. And we've got to go to Facebook. I know we've got people on Facebook. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. It's a book report. Hold on. I got it. Brother. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. Suzanne, yes. Suzanne, I'm answering your question here on Facebook, and there's quite a story behind it. So I'm reading. I see that, yes, your brother-in-law, his daughter found someone, and it is a good guy, and there is finally happiness. But she is missing the father figure. But I also feel that the father figure was there at the birth of the son. And there is this energy around him. And I feel as if the daughter, I don't have her name based on your message, but the daughter received message or confirmation from the father knowing that he was connected. But she didn't know that it was the message. She almost kind of poo-pooed it. But he was there in the last aspect of the birth. He was there. And there has been some sightings of, I'm going to put a feather down because he's showing down some feather or something that you have found some signs of the brother-in-law who's been around. And I see that there is a connection to the child. And that the child, if we look in the eyes of the child, we can see what I guess would be the grandfather's eyes in the child. So he is aware of that, and it is time for his daughter to branch out, and he is always connected, and the baby will be seeing the beautiful essence of the father the grandfather in this energy. All right, Suzanne, thank you. And let's talk a little more on Facebook about this. I know it's a detailed question, but I hope I gave you some insight. And yes, he is with the baby boy. And congratulations, too. Little Peanut that I see, so cute. 1-800-889-0267. And I'm going to take a minute to hear from my sponsors. And then, we're going to go right back to the phone lines. They're still ringing, and I want to take as many calls as possible, so stay with us, everyone. Don't go away, because we're going to be right back.
Seems the show is come to an end, I know. I can't find the words to say enough of how much you all mean to me. It's been a journey that I'll always remember.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Want to connect to the light within you? Talk to Sarah now and begin your spiritual empowerment. Call Sarah at 561-844-6167 locally or toll free at 1-800-889-0267 nationwide. You can email your questions to Sarah to radio@sarahspiritual.com.
It's time to pick up all our things and go. Seems the show is come to an end, I know. I can't find the words to say enough.
And we are back here live on WBZT. Yeah, did you hear the news? We're leaving. Yeah, I know. Crazy. But that's okay. You can find me on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 the first Wednesday in August. And we'll be putting that up on the Sarah Spiritual website too. I know they got a lot to do, but that's okay. Right now I'm going right back to the phone lines, and I have Andrea. She's in West Palm. Andrea, how are you tonight?
I am okay.
Good.
Not okay. First, tomorrow will be a month since you don't remember me. I came to see you.
Okay.
the tree of life. And I did send a note to you after that.
Yes, I did receive your note. Yes, I did. And the shifting of the energy. Yes, yes.
And I explained to you everything.
Yes.
And as of tonight, nothing changed yet.
Right, right.
So I don't know if I should see you again.
You should, because you're still feeling that cold energy coming through. Yes. Yes.
Today, I don't know what happened.
Yes.
Today was very strong. Today, and my feet burning out. And I explained to you.
Yes.
They watch me in a mirror.
Yes.
His mother used to do that too.
Yes.
And they want me to watching everything.
Right.
I do where I go, etc.
Right, right. So what I want to tell you in the meantime, because I do think we need to see and make something else to kind of keep clearing at this energy, is because it's very strong. This battle that you're going through. Right.
For the bath.
Yes.
They not said, there was no numbers on the bottom.
That's okay. That meant there was no difference in the order. If we put a number, it puts the order in. So what you're going to do is we're going to make something even stronger now, and keep pushing at that energy, because I know that there's an attachment, an energetic attachment with you, and that's causing you discomfort, and it's been an ongoing battle. And, I tell people, if I created one bath and solved everyone's problems, shoot, I'd be a millionaire. But sometimes we have to kind of really work a little hard to get attachment off, especially if it's been with us for many, many years. So,
the 26th of this month will be 56 years.
56 years.
This is trying to kill me.
Yes.
For nothing.
So we're going to make that shift for you. We're going to make that shift for you, and we're going to fight that together. And I remember you came to see me at Juniors, too, and I want to thank you for making that trip to come see me in Juniors. I really appreciate that. I really do. And we're going to work really hard to make this shift for you. So if you call the center tomorrow, we'll get you in to see me, and we'll make something else for you, all right?
Yeah, right.
All right, and in the meantime...
all the children against me.
Yes.
I don't want to put this man up.
I know.
Instead of, taking me,
I understand.
He's just wanting to kill me.
Well, let me share this. Let me share this with you. The more we talk about it, the more we give it power. So we're not going to give it power, and we're going to fight the energy, and so that you could find your balance and your inner peace. All right?
Instead of inside.
Yes. So what I'd like you to do is call the center tomorrow, and then we're going to make some transition for you, okay?
Okay, dear.
All right. Thank you so much for calling.
Won't it be possible to see you outside instead of outside, because they follow me?
I know. Well, we're going to work on breaking that attachment, all right?
Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you. And thank you for your note.
I hear from my son and my daughter now, Patrick, Patrick, the last one, and my daughter.
Well, we'll talk about that at your session.
Okay. Nobody can call me.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about all that at the session, and we'll make sure that you don't feel so alone as well. Okay?
Right. Okay, dear.
All right, honey. God bless you. Thank you for calling. Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night. 1-800-889-0267. And, sometimes we go through battles in life, and I want to talk about what Andrea was talking about, because sometimes we have energetic battles with people, and people don't always send us the best wishes, and they don't want us to be okay. And sometimes when that energy kind of grabs hold of us and becomes part of our belief system, it actually gives it more strength. Kind of like Kim was talking about, there's an energy in her house. Energies are real, everyone. I can't sweep it under the rug and act like it doesn't exist, because there are high vibrational energies and there are low vibrational energies, and sometimes some of them seem to almost gang up on us, and we can't quite get our bearings. And that's something that Andrea was going through. And for those of you who can hear it in her voice, she's an elderly woman who's felt like her life has been very challenging, and some of us can relate to that regardless of what age we are. So when you see someone who's struggling and going through something in their life that seems insurmountable, be patient, send them love, send them energy, and sometimes know that your kindness, your smile, your support, your words can make all the difference in the world to make something that's unbearable for them bearable, and perhaps help them free themselves from whatever is kind of holding them and stopping them from living a fulfilled life. Because we've all had those moments in our life where we did feel alone, and that's exactly where Andrea's coming from, and I want to address that because we've all been there. Thank you so much for your calls, everyone. 1-800-889-0267. And I've got a caller, and she's in South Carolina. And we have Cindy on the line. Cindy, how are you tonight?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great, Cindy, and welcome. Good to connect with you. What's your question for me?
Well, I am in a marriage, and I have some questions about what direction I need to take.
All right, let me open up to Spirit. And the first thing Spirit gives me as I write on my papers, I see a disconnect. You're over here, he's over here. Does this make sense to you? We're not on the same page, yes?
Yeah.
I see his energy is bitter, argumentative. He's not a happy person, yes?
Correct.
And you like to feel safe and calm. You like things in a flow. And do no harm to others. But the partner that you're married to seems to like to hold a grudge, yes?
Yeah.
And makes you feel less than, unimportant, and throws things in your face, yes?
Yes.
And nothing seems good enough for them. The glass is always half empty. This is true, yes? So here we stand in the marriage that has been for quite a while, yes? I see a period of time here, yes?
Relationship a while, marriage not as long.
Okay, but we're still together. According to Spirit, that there's a time here, yes? We have many years together, yes? Might not be 20, but I'm closer in that 10, 12 year, yes?
Correct.
Okay, great. I'm telling you, we're going to keep these spirit guides. They're really cool. Anyway, Cindy, what I'm seeing here is that this energy is like a wall, and Cindy can't breathe. Cindy can't fly. And when I look at Cindy's kind of a simple kind of girl. And she just wants to be the butterfly and just fly, and she would gladly come back, but she doesn't feel safe to land. And so now we're looking at the relationship and where the relationship can go, and you've had that aha moment for the past 3 months, like, heck, this ain't going to change. Heck, what am I going to do? Shoot, how do I get out of this? But is that the right thing to do? And if I do it, what are the ramifications? And then also, because you're a very driven person, we don't want to feel like we failed. But at the same time, we don't want to sacrifice our happiness, yes? And I feel like you're smothering. This is true, Cindy, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the relationship, what is the individual's birthday, please?
It is 11/2/51.
Oh, Lord. Stifling. I have stifling energy. They could be very powerful, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. This individual will have trouble letting you go. But yet they push you away. I hope I'm making sense.
Mm-hmm.
But you have free will here. But when I go into the 2018 year, the relationship does not seem to stand the test of time. But you can choose to stay. You could choose to go. You have that choice. But it's stopping you from being you. And you've retreated back in your shell. And there's great things for you to do. You're a vibrant, creative individual who's intellectually sound and can run circles around a bunch of people, by the way. And you're very straightforward and driven. And you're not getting to experience that. And I feel like you're taking on all his burdens and what he needs to have happen that you're not experiencing your life. All of a sudden, Cindy's life has stopped, yes?
Right.
And he seems like he drains the life force from you. Now, I'm not speaking ill of the individual. I'm just saying in the relationship, it's not balanced for you. And you're feeling that you want to go. This is true, yes?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And in the 2018 time, we will no longer be there. The when, how, and where of all of it will unfold naturally. Because there's going to be a moment where Cindy says, enough. I'm not going to take it anymore. And you will move forward. All right?
Okay.
And I see the potential for relocation. I don't know that you're going to stay where you are. Like, literally, pack up your bags and go.
Mm-hmm.
The world is your oyster, Cindy.
Okay. Yeah. I've done that before, so.
You know, Cindy, when I look at the heart of you, I see that you're a caretaker, a giver, yes?
Yes, I am.
And do you do healing work with people or some type of caretaking?
I do.
You do. And this energy that I see around you is so vast and you're so supported by the angelic realm that there's no way you're going to fall. You're going to do what's right in your heart. And when we live in our heart, and we do what's right in our heart, and we cause no harm to another, even if we do disappoint them, everything has a way of working out. So in the moment of now, Cindy, you're free. It's just stepping into the energy and trusting that you are. And as I'm talking to you, you can't hear it, but what I hear is this very, very high-pitched sound. And it's almost as if the angels have come to support you. And you do believe in angels, yes?
I do.
Absolutely. Lots of them around you.
Yeah.
And I do see support of loved ones on the other side as well. I feel like you got swept up in this relationship, and then if I go back into the 2013 time, about 4 years ago, there was a deciding moment where it may have crossed your mind that I don't know if I'm in this, but you stayed. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah.
Lord, I hope it wasn't the wedding day. Shoot.
No, it wasn't.
Phew. That's good. Well, some of us have been there, let me tell you, but that's okay.
I know.
All right. But what I see here is that if you live from your heart, there's going to be a change for you. And you have to trust that.
Okay.
And
well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. This is your first time calling into the show, yes?
It is, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, and God bless you. And I hope you continue to follow the show and grow with us.
I will.
All right,
well,
great.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
God bless you.
God bless you. 1-800-889-0267. Let's go to Facebook and see what we've got going on in Facebook. All right, so let's see. Oh, Elizabeth wants to know if, she's very frustrated. And Elizabeth, what I'm seeing here is you're frustrated because financially we're not where we want to be. And I feel like we're trying to push out a career or push out an experience that's going to give you the opportunity to advance yourself financially. And darn it, it's just not coming together yet. And explore new possibilities. Try a different road to get to where you want. There's a different way of approaching your work and your business. And I also feel that the agitation and frustration is not just limited to lack. It is conditioned on this experience of you're not feeling fulfilled on many levels, and so I'm feeling as if you're frustrated across the board, and it's like you just want to run away. You need a vacation, Elizabeth. It's time for you to take a break. So, Elizabeth, I do ask that you take a little downtime for yourself and do some meditation, or go to do some prayer, or go to church and spend some downtime. Go to the ocean and let the waves wash upon you and clear your energy. And be at peace, Elizabeth. There is a positive change coming for you, and they go to me August, September, October. Things start to move. So trust that, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for your question, and God bless you and your loved ones. I know there's quite a bit going on the home front. That's what Spirit tells me. Thank you so much for your question. And you know what? We're going to go to the phone lines, and we've got Sherry in Tennessee. Sherry, how are you tonight?
Hi, Jill. Sarah. Jesus.
How are you, Sherry? Yes.
I'm good, sweetheart. Congratulations on your move. I know they're going to miss you.
Yes.
And thank you so much for being with me for so long.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, my God. On Sunday, thank you for taking my call. It kind of brought a question to my head.
Yes.
But I'm not going to ask that. I got the job, by the way.
Yes, of course you did.
Job on the third time. Thank you.
Yes.
I started August, and So, Okay, here's my question. Hurry up. My music career, you know, that's my passion. When do you see it, like, starting, kicking off for me in the studio, you know, like moving forward with it?
You know, it's there for you. You're right at the precipice of this exploration of music and really your authentic musical being. But you've been really doing cleanup. It's like we've got a spill on aisle 3, 5, and 14, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've been cleaning things up in your life and getting yourself back in order. And the passion can't officially happen until we get some of these other aspects of life. Financial well-being. We need finances to be in the recording studio, yes?
Yes.
Unless, like, Columbia Records has knocked on your door already, which I don't see that yet, okay? So, we've got to get our finances in order. We've got to create what we want. And in that energy, as you make that shift, you're going to find that the music begins to percolate coming out of this year. Because I feel like you've been doing some writing, yes?
Yes.
And you've come up with some good tunes, so to speak.
Creativity, yes.
Yes, a lot of intuitive music is coming to you. And I'm seeing that there's a flow for you. Now, you have to get everything in order. The household, the being of you, the financial well-being, and your attention. And Spirit is saying, please, Sherry, focus. Focus on the work.
Which work? The music
The job.
and the job?
The job. When we get there fully present in the moment of now.
Okay.
All right? And trust that it's going to work out perfectly. And don't let your personality precede you. I didn't say don't be you. Don't let the personality go out first. Step in and kind of feel the vibes around and then blend.
Yeah, be calm and be quiet.
Yes. And don't be so quick to judge other personalities as well. And then you'll find where you blend in. Now I'm hearing like my cousin Vinny, yeah, you blend. Okay, but you've got to blend. Because this will not allow anything to come on you and create a riff. Because sometimes we have had, in the past, we've had problems. Because you speak your mind before we filter. And Spirit says, focus on the task, focus on the work. You're not there to make friends. You're there to meet new people and learn a task. And when we've mastered this, this is the job we wanted, this is going to give you financial flexibility, then we can see who we kind of jive with. You understand?
Yeah. I feel like my livelihood would take me into my music, and then I'll go from there.
It will. And, you know, you've got 3-month probation, yes?
I think so.
Yes. They're telling me 3-month probation. So we've got to be on time. We've got to show up. There's certain aspects that Sherry's making adjustments in her way of being. So remember that, okay?
You know I have to drive, so I have to drive.
So get yourself there, okay?
I will. Sarah, my music means a lot to me. You would have told me a long time ago that I should go other routes.
I didn't tell you to can it, did I?
No, you did not.
Okay. And pretty much everything we've ever told you from Spirit, not me,
Yes.
has come to pass, yes?
By 2018, I believe I'll be solely doing my music.
Okay. That's on you, honey. You've got to get life in order. Okay?
We'll talk. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. God bless you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for following the show. I appreciate you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate all of you. And as we get ready to wind down here on WBZT, next week is our final week here. And I do hope that you all join us in the move. And join us when we go back to juniors. And we've got some other surprises. And if you haven't had the opportunity to have a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, visit sarahspiritual.com. That's S-A-R-A-H, spiritual.com. I'd love to take you on a journey of a past life, or perhaps we need some energetic balancing and healing. Maybe we need to go into a soul journey and get a sense of what your purpose and your passion is. We all have a mission, and we all have great things to do. We do. And we all have the opportunity to make the change that we want. And much like Sherry, if we have a purpose and a passion, we get our life in order, and then we put our foot upon the path and skip that way. and follow that yellow brick road. I'm so glad I followed the yellow brick road to South Florida. And I'm so glad when they said, come, there's a meeting for you here at BZT, and I want you to come along, but I didn't even know what the meeting was about, that I showed up. And I'm so excited that when I was given the opportunity to go on WWNN, that I said yes. That was long before I knew they changed the programming in WBZT. You see how everything has a flow? It all happens perfectly when you allow it to. And I've learned to trust my intuition. And I've learned to trust my heart. And I know that when I'm authentically myself, just like I encourage all of you to be, magical things happen. Because the angels, the guides, the masters, well, gee, they're all here to help us. And I'm here to assist you on your path. So stay with us. I do hope you celebrate our last show together here on BZT next week. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the years we've spent together. We've got some surprises for you next week. Thank you, good night, God bless you, and I am Sarah Spiritual.
Hey you, did you hear the news? I'm moving on. It's time for me to leave WBZT. Hey you, did you hear the news? I'm moving on. Got a new gig on Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM from 6 to 8 p.m. Are you coming with me? Hey you, I'm taking your calls on WNN. Hope you'll be joining me and we'll keep going on at WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM from 6 to 8 p.m. You can call me right there and write this number down now. 1-888-565-1470. You can get me every Wednesday on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM. Come along with me to WWNN. I hope you join me, 'cause we're moving up. I hope you will come for the ride. Dreams are coming true for you. Together we will do it on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 FM.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 7 till 9 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual and follow her on Instagram. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.